No, Alchemist. What are stars? You see, my boy, each one of those are gifts.
Fasten the two large poles together. They put the big hide on top of it. They fasten that all together with the sinew. They put everything on there, even their little baby boy that was still sleeping.
I want to understand that I'm the man. I want to run because I'm running out of time. I gotta find for 99. And I gotta find for 90 cents. Move over 50 cents. We got 90 cents.
Give it up for yourselves. Good rap.
So Live Arts is a distance education program aimed at elementary school students in the province of Saskatchewan. So what we did was we invited one artist from Saskatchewan, an Indigenous artist, to select an artist from outside of Saskatchewan that they wanted to work with, to do some programming with students at a host school. And at the same time, we're broadcasting to schools across the province. So our first broadcast was focused on hip-hop music specifically. Our next broadcast will be working with two women who are in theater, so directing, writing, and performing. They'll be doing a broadcast around story weaving. And for our final broadcast, we've invited two visual artists to team up. So they'll be creating some visual arts activities for students to do.
3, 2, 1. When I grab the mic, I have a plan. Because my name is standing on the I'm over here with the heading up. I ran with my understand that I'm the man. I want to run because I'm running out of time. I gotta find for 99. And I gotta find for 90 cents. Move over 50 cents. We got 90 cents.
Give it up for yourselves. Good rap.
Hip-hop music, like the music portion of hip-hop is the biggest type of music in the world right now. Every kid is connected to it somehow. They've heard it. They're familiar with it. Artists like Justin Bieber are using hip-hop producers. I think that it's a very effective way to be able to reach the youth and get them interested in talking about something that they may never thought they would discuss, something like topics like residential schools or topics about identity and social issues. We had a student bring up the issue of police brutality this morning, and those conversations can continue through art, the art form of hip hop, and I think giving them an opportunity to express themselves in a creative way and talk about issues that are close to them or affect them, or maybe something that they see in mainstream media, is a great opportunity to be able to explore that.
So we're going to
This
wing
is our
it.
first try.
This is our first try,
Yeah.
but we'll have time later on to rehearse it. Okay, so Michelle, tell the story and I'll try
Okay.
to follow along.
I'll start once the field starts.
Right.
Yeah, once you see the field starting.
Let's see the fields.
Okay. I was riding my horse through the open fields, smelling chamomile. I caught a glimpse of a deer. And I stopped to climb a tree to see all of those stars. I think this kind of project is really important because it's giving, it's really focusing the voice of the Indigenous voice and Indigenous perspective and worldview, an idea of what Canada is and what our relationship to ourselves and to the land is. And because I think this is a great time to just take stock of all that has happened in order to know what are the steps forward. So we wanted to bring that value into the classes that we taught, and the kids just really ate it up, because all of a sudden we asked them, well, what's important to you? What's important about the land that you live on? They were so excited to talk about their own relationship to being on this land. So that was really, really exciting to see how open they were to the process.
No, Alchemist. What are stars? You see, my boy, each one of those are gifts. Southwind, he's a little confused, but every night they keep going back up to that hill and looking at the stars.
Fasten the two large poles together. they put the big hide on top of it. They fastened that all together with the sinew. They put everything on there, even their little baby boy that was still sleeping.
The story I shared today was called The Gift of the Stars. You know, you go to the stories and you go to the teachings, you know, we're all beautiful gifts of the Creator, and we're all born with a very special gift. And there comes a time in your life when you realize that gift, whether it is poetry, writing, mathematics, you know, being able to weave together words, or visual arts. And when you find that gift, when you realize that gift, you grab it, and you take it, you practice it, and then you share it. Just like that teaching that was in that story.
Now, I want to instill pride towards Indigenous people, and especially youth. And I think that these stories, much like Niles' stories, have to be passed on to younger generations now.
We've had such great feedback from teachers and students watching from a distance. A lot of teachers might find themselves in a small community in Saskatchewan, so they don't have the opportunity to bring in artists all the time into their classroom, especially if they maybe don't know a lot about dance, or maybe they don't know a lot about music, but they find themselves teaching that subject. So it's just great for us to know that we can help bring professional artists into the classrooms all across the province, no matter where people are. Live arts is a great opportunity to bring a whole diversity of voices into the classroom. So I really encourage teachers to check it out. Every year we have new programs, and a lot of the programs that we've already aired are available through our archive. So there's just this whole wealth of information, knowledge, and different voices that you can bring into your classroom. So of course we encourage teachers to do that as much as possible.
And they approached him and they asked him, would you like to come and hunt with us? Would you like to travel with us for a few days and take down the bison? But he still didn't understand. You know, he was trying to, but he didn't understand.